Welcome to the TRS webinar, Ready Set Retire. I'm Lori Stepp, speaking to you from Teachers Retirement System in Frankfurt. With this 20-minute Ready Set Retire webinar, you will find out what you need to do in order to retire. This webinar is geared to prior January 1st, 2019 members retiring for the first time on a first account. Are you considering retirement within the next 12 months? Well, Ready, Set, Retire. Here we go. Teachers touch and shape lives, and you have been a positive influence on all the lives you have touched throughout your career. The time has flown by, and now it's time to retire. First, you must be eligible to retire. Eligibility for prior January 1st, 2019 members is 27 years at any age, or with a minimum of 5 years at age 60, you can retire without any penalties. If you entered the system prior to July 1st of 2008 and are age 55 with 5 years of service, you're eligible to retire with a penalty. If you entered the system on or after July 1st of 2008 and before January 1st of 2019, are age 55 with at least 10 years of service, you are eligible to retire with a penalty. If you have service in another Kentucky retirement system, you must check with them regarding the amount of service credit you have with them. These are separate retirement systems, but we do work together when you retire. You are responsible to know if you're eligible to retire with each system, and you must complete a retirement application for each retirement, using the same retirement date for all applications. For prior January 1st, 2019 members, the earliest entry date is used, regardless of which system, and all the years count together only for a total of years. They're not physically combined into one retirement. You will receive retirement benefits from each account. Due to changes within the Kentucky retirement system in 2014, new membership with KRS does not necessarily mean there's the same reciprocal agreement between the systems. So make sure you check with all systems involved regarding your options and benefit. For your convenience, TRS has a 12-month retirement preparation checklist to help you navigate the path to your retirement. It can be difficult to know which direction to go when you're thinking about retirement, so this guideline will help you consider who you might need to talk with prior to your retirement, such as, might seem obvious, but your family or Social Security, a deferred compensation representative, someone from the Kentucky retirement system if applicable, and your employer. It also contains a list of required documents you need for retirement. It's all in a suggested timeline for completing your application. If you have not used this checklist, that's absolutely fine. It's not a required checklist. It's a guide. The only requirement is to turn your TRS application into TRS by the required deadline, which is 1 month prior to your retirement date. One of the first checklist suggestions is to request an estimate of your benefits. You can always do your own estimates, but if you intend on retiring within the current fiscal year, ask TRS for a benefit estimate, and that would probably be in your best interest. There are several ways that you can request an estimate of benefits. You can work up an estimate for yourself in your Pathway Member Self-Service portal, or you can make that benefits request through that same Pathway MSS portal. You can request an estimate through the mail, through the TRS website, or by phone. A projected retirement date, unused sick days, current salary, and all beneficiary information is all that's needed to get you an estimate. It will be mailed to you, and you will be able to see it in your Pathway MSS portal. Before you decide to retire, you will need to know your retirement budget and expenses. Knowing the cost you will have to pay now or in the future for your health insurance is important to being financially prepared for retirement. Also know any other expenses that you might have to have included in your retirement budget. Also note that subsidies for medical insurance premiums or for non-single options are not guaranteed and could be your responsibility in the future for the under 65 insurance. The only thing withheld from your monthly retirement will be federal tax and health insurance if you so elect and participate. TRS does not withhold state tax, but your retirement income is subject to state tax. Right now there is a $31,110 exemption that is also subject to legislation and could be changed in the future. Be sure to check the Schedule P of the Kentucky State Income Tax Form to help figure out how much state income tax you owe on your retirement income. Once you have decided to retire, the next important decision will be your retirement option, what you're leaving for your beneficiary. That's your retirement option that you select. It will affect your monthly benefit for the rest of your life, and it will also affect your loved ones after you are gone. Most likely, you will want to make this decision after having an estimate and talking with your family. TRS provides exceptional retirement options for you to select what you would leave for a beneficiary. The gross monthly amounts are for your lifetime, regardless of the selected option. When choosing any option other than option 1, you will see a reduction in your monthly benefit, but you're doing so to ensure that your beneficiaries are taken care of financially when you die. This is why it's important to have that estimate handy when you're making that retirement option selection. When you retire, TRS draws first from the contributions that you have paid into the system during your career. If you have selected option 1, there will be nothing left for a beneficiary at the time of your death if that happens after 4 years in retirement. The option 2 can be set up for a certain year term. The term starts at the time of retirement and ends after the certain number of years, regardless if you are still living or have already died. Your beneficiary is only eligible for a benefit for any remaining years of the term when you do die. With the joint survivor options at retirement, you are providing a lifetime benefit for your beneficiary, and you're taking a reduced monthly benefit for that assurance. The option 3 and 3A will leave the exact same benefit amount for your named survivor. The option 4 and 4A will leave half of your monthly benefit amount to your named survivor. The A on the 3A and the 4A signifies the pop-up option, which benefits you as a member. If your named beneficiary predeceases you, then your benefit amount will pop up to the option 1 amount, resulting in an increase in your monthly benefit. Again, having that estimate of benefits is very important as you're making your option selection decision. These required documents will be needed to complete your retirement process. They can be added to your file at any time during your employment. Having them on file is one less thing you have to take care of at the time of retirement. So if you run across your birth certificate, and that's a copy of the certified document, or if you are married, a marriage certificate, make a copy of those and send them in to TRS to be put in your file. You also have to have a copy of your signed Social Security card. If you're already a retiree and you're now eligible to retire a second account, you do have those same options and you do have the same required documents needed in your account. You might not have needed those in your first retirement depending on when you retired. So be sure when you call in to request an application for a second retirement account that you also check to see what information and documents are in your file and which documents you need to have put into your file. TRS will provide a paper application by request. The paper application will require the signature of 2 witnesses other than family or listed beneficiaries and a completion of the employer certification by your employer. Take that completed paper form to your central office or your human resources person. so that they can sign off on that employer certification. The deadline for a paper application, if mailed, is a postmark date of the first day of the month prior to your retirement date. Otherwise, the paper application must be in the TRS office by the first day of the month prior to your retirement date, and that is the deadline. If electing to submit your retirement application through your Pathway member self-service portal, you will have directions and 7 sections plus insurance enrollment to complete and submit along with your required documents. The portal application contains all of the same information as the paper application. Plan ahead and allow time for your employer to complete the required employer certification so your application will be submitted on time and your retirement income will begin in the month you retire. Once you log onto your Pathway portal, you can click on Applications to open the application options and click on Service Retirement for your first retirement account application. Let's take a look at that online application for first-time retirements and see what needs to be completed. Once you're in your Pathway MSS homepage, click on Applications. And when the Applications page opens, you're going to click on Service Retirement. That will open your application where you will click through the 7 sections found at the top of each screen and the insurance enrollment. So let's take a look at those 7 sections. Please remember you have to save each page before moving on to the next section. Anytime you need to stop and log out of your portal, you can do that and return to your saved application, pick up where you left off to complete it. Section 1 includes all of your application data information. Check your TRS ID, your address, your name, then enter a retirement date and enter your employment end date. Since retirement dates are always the first day of any month, your last day worked will be the day before, which is the last day of the previous month, or it is the actual last day worked based on your employer information. Enter the benefit option and answer all of the yes or no questions. If you're making a purchase for your retirement, such as lost days, leave of absence, a non-qualified purchase, enter that purchase name into question 3. Then click Save and Next to move on to Section 2. Section 2 is the retirement beneficiary. Remember, this is for your actual retirement and it's part of the application, so you must enter this information. You can select one primary beneficiary or select co-beneficiaries if you have chosen option 1 or option 2. Contingent beneficiaries are next in line if something were to happen to your primary or co-beneficiaries, and they would be given equal amounts for multiple co- or contingent beneficiaries. If you select an option 3, 3A, 4, or 4A, you can name only one primary beneficiary for a lifetime benefit. The required information is indicated with the red asterisk, so all of those fields must be entered. After you have filled in all of the required beneficiary information, most importantly, you must click on the button located near the bottom left that says Add Beneficiary, and that will have it populate that beneficiary information onto your retirement application. Then if you need to add co-beneficiaries or contingent beneficiaries, you go back, fill in the required information for each beneficiary you want to add to your application, click on the Add Beneficiary button to ensure they are attached to your application, and then once all of your beneficiaries have been added to your application, you can click Save and Next to move on to Section 3. Section 3 is life insurance beneficiary. It is the same as with the retirement option beneficiary information. All the red asterisks are required fields that must be completed. You can name a funeral home or one primary individual and one contingent for the life insurance benefit. Remember to click Add Beneficiary at the bottom left to ensure you have attached your desired beneficiary to your retirement application. Then click Save and Next to move on to Section 4. Section 4 is the federal tax data. You must complete the federal tax withholdings section. If you wish to have no taxes withheld, you can check the Do Not Withhold box. Otherwise, complete the required fields located with the red asterisks for your federal withholdings. If you choose not to have any federal taxes withheld, just remember you are responsible to pay any federal taxes that are owed. Your TRS monthly benefit is subject to state tax, but at this time it is not withheld from your retirement income by TRS. The W-4P can be changed at any time during your retirement. So click Save and Next to move on to Section 5. Section 5 is your direct deposit. Your monthly annuity amount will be directly deposited by electronic transfer of funds into the account you select. You must enter the routing number and the account number from your check. If you click on the small magnifying glass to the right of the routing number box and enter the bank name, it will populate the bank routing numbers. Then checking the box or clicking Open and clicking the underlined bank name will automatically bring you back to this page for your direct deposit information with the populated routing number. You still have to enter your account number and account type. And most importantly, please note, a copy of a voided check must be submitted so that the numbers can be double-checked to ensure your money is deposited into your account. You wouldn't want your money going into the wrong account, so make sure you've included that voided check. Then click Save and Next to move on to Section 6. Section 6 gives you the list of needed documents and asks how you will get these documents to TRS. You can mail the required documents or you can scan and upload them with your application. The required documents must be copies of the certified documents of your birth certificate, signed Social Security card, and if you are married, your marriage license. If you are married, your spouse must sign the spousal acknowledgement form, which will indicate the option you have selected. If you are not able to open this spousal acknowledgement form, you may need to turn off the pop-up blocker in the internal settings and then try again. Click the spousal acknowledge form to print the form for your spouse to sign, and then include this signed form with your other documents that are required, either to mail or to upload and attach to your portal application. If you are choosing a lifetime benefit option 3, 3A, 4, or 4A for your beneficiary, you must also submit a copy of the certified documents of your beneficiary's birth certificate and signed Social Security card. Once all the files are attached, click Save and Next to move to Section 7 to review your application. Section 7 does let you review all of the information you are about to submit for your retirement application. Look at it closely to make certain you are submitting exactly what you think you are submitting, especially your option, your beneficiary information for your retirement selection, your life insurance benefit. Scrolling down, review your federal tax withholdings and direct deposit information. The next section will be for your health insurance enrollment, and when you retire, you must complete the insurance application through a re-enroll or waiver of your health insurance if you're eligible for health insurance. There is a separate insurance application link that must be downloaded by clicking this application link. Once you've clicked that link and completed your insurance application, you will automatically be returned to the review section to check your insurance application portion. And when everything is correct and complete to your desires, no more than 3 months in advance of your retirement date, but no later than 1 month before your retirement date, you must click the little tiny box that says, I agree to receive a retirement benefit. We hope you've done all this and you're ready to retire, and yes, you're ready to submit. You have agreed for your retirement benefit, and then you click Submit do not forget to click Submit. If you don't click Submit, you're just leaving it hanging on your computer in your member self-service portal. So be sure you hit Submit. You will see a confirmation that your application for retirement has been submitted, or there will be some error warnings at the top that will need your attention and need to be corrected. You are responsible to contact your employer, let them know you have submitted a retirement application through your Pathway member self-service portal, because they too must complete their portion of the application by the deadline as well. At any time, if you begin this application and save it for completing it at another time, all you need to do is reopen your member self-service portal, click on the application to reopen it, and resume your process. There should only ever be one retirement application available to you in your member portal. So, what do you call a teacher who's enjoying a Sunday night? And if you're enjoying a Sunday night, it's going to be obvious. You're a retired teacher. Congratulations on your retirement. Wish you the best and hope that you can really enjoy your time. Thank you for your time and attention during this webinar. I hope you have found it helpful as you complete your retirement application. If we can help you answer any further questions, please contact TRS. We are here for you, our members. Good luck and happiness in retirement.